She walked home in the cold dark. Her phone was dead. Her friends thought she was safe. Her door never opened again. Her shoes were still in the house. But Cindy was gone. You're watching an unbelievable true story, where we only tell real stories. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. This happened in State College, Pennsylvania, on Halloween night, 2001. The victim was Hyun Jong, Cindy's Song, a 21-year-old college student. She loved school. She loved her friends. She loved to dress up and have fun. She was last seen after a night out. A small moment, a simple ride home, a walk to her door. That was all it took. Her mistake was one many people make. She thought it's just a short walk. I'll be fine. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, over 70% of abducted young women are taken within a mile of their home. DOJ 2000. Let me say this once. If you ever get a bad feeling walking alone, trust it. A small self-defense class can help you learn simple ways to stay alert and safe. You deserve to get home. Cindy never made it inside. And what happened next still haunts her friends, her family, and the whole town. Because this case did not end fast. It did not end clean. And to this day, people still ask the same question. Where did Cindy go? She walked into the dark, and the cold bit her skin. The night was loud at first, with music and people and laughs. But when Cindy stepped out of that car, the world got quiet real fast. Too quiet, like the kind of quiet you feel in your bones. Her friends drove off. They thought she was safe. It was her home, her own door, her own steps, a short walk, nothing to fear. But fear already knew her name. This is where her story hits like a punch. Not fast, but deep. Because Cindy was not reckless. She was not wild. She was not lost. She was a normal girl who loved her life. And her life still got taken from her. Let me slow down now. Let me walk you into her world. Her full name was Hyun Jong Song, but everyone called her Cindy. She was 21 years old. She came from South Korea. She moved to the U.S. when she was a teen. She studied art at Penn State University. She liked bright colors, soft music, cute things, stuff that made her smile on bad days. She worked hard. She dreamed big. She wanted a life full of joy. She lived in an apartment near the school campus. Small place, warm lights, posters on the wall, clothes on a chair. You know, a young student life. Her friends said she was sweet. She laughed easy. She trusted people. Maybe too much, but that's how she was. A soft heart in a sharp world. It was Halloween night, 2001. Cold. Wind pushing dry leaves across the street. Street lights buzzing. And Cindy was excited. She put on a cute bunny costume. White ears, pink tail, playful, pure fun. She went out with two friends. They hit a club, danced, talked, took photos. She drank a little. Not heavy, just enough to feel warm. They stayed out late. Almost 4 a.m. Her friends drove her home. They watched her walk toward her door. She waved. They waved back. Then they left. That was the last moment anyone saw her alive. Now let's break down what really went wrong. Not a big thing. A small thing. A tiny choice. The kind we all make. The kind that changes nothing. Until one night, it changes everything. Her phone battery was dead. Her door was locked. She had her keys. She had her bag. She had her costume. She had maybe 30 to 40 yards to walk. Just the quiet dark around her. No danger she could see. But danger does not always walk on 2 feet. Sometimes it waits. The next morning, her friends tried calling. No answer. They thought she was sleeping. Later, they knocked on her door. Still nothing. They got scared. They called police. Inside her apartment, police found her bag, her phone, her fake eyelashes from costume, her hat. Everything looked normal. No struggle, no blood, no sign she ran, no note saying she left. Her keys were missing. Her shoes were missing. She was missing. If she had gone out again after getting home, she would have taken her bag. She didn't. That means she never got inside. Her family flew in fast. Her mother cried so hard she could not stand. Her friends felt sick. The fear grew heavy. And the police had nothing. No suspect. No car scene. No witness. Just a girl who vanished on her own doorstep. Police pulled phone records, bank records, school logs. Nothing strange. No secret boyfriend. No hidden fight. No plan to run away. Cindy was happy, busy with school, focused on work. living life. So how does a happy girl vanish in 30 yards? That's the question that freezes the soul. Police search the woods, search the campus, search the highways, ask neighbors, check cameras. Well, what little cameras existed in 2001? Still nothing. The case grew cold in days. Cold like the November air that followed. Let me say this, and it's real. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, over 70% of abducted young women are taken within 1 mile of home. DOJ 2000. That hits hard because Cindy was steps away from safety. Her friends kept posting flyers. They stood in the cold, handing them out. Some nights they cried. Other nights they yelled at the sky. Her mother kept asking, "Where is my daughter?" No one had an answer. Later, a strange rumor showed up. Some man claimed he knew a guy who knew a guy who took Cindy. Police chased that rumor. Turned out the man was lying. He was jailed for making it up. A cruel joke. A waste of time. The case stayed open. Stayed dark. Stayed painful. But then one day, out of nowhere, a new lead walked into town. A lead so wild that even police didn't know how to feel about it. And that lead had a name. A man who did evil things. A man people feared. A man who said too much to the wrong person. A man who might hold the truth about Cindy. Police got the tip in 2002. A man in another state said he knew something about Cindy. They called him in. He sweated. He stuttered. He tried to lie. But cops are patient. And some lies are too big to hold. His name was Harlan Crowley. Not really, but let's call him that for now. He had a car. He drove late at night. He liked to watch college girls. Cops traced him, found his address, found his friends, found his history. A long list of trouble. They dug through his old apartments, old lockers, old trash, anything he touched, nothing left untouched. But still, Cindy was gone. Her family stayed strong. Even when hope faded, they fought. They wanted answers. Every news channel covered the story. Local papers printed her photo. Thousands of flyers were handed out. Neighbors remembered her smile, her jokes, her laughter. Detectives studied every tiny thing she did. How she walked home, which streets she used, which friend she texted, even the sound of her keys jingling. Every detail mattered. Every small thing could crack the case. They checked Halloween parties, Cindy's costume, every friend she talked to that night. No one saw anything strange, except maybe a shadow following. Someone always there, watching, waiting. But who would notice that? Who would think it mattered? The investigation dragged on. Months turned to years. Cops tried new techniques. Phone tracing improved. DNA testing improved. Still nothing solid. Still no Cindy. Her mother kept the apartment like a shrine. Her friends left small gifts. Letters. Photos. Candles burning in the cold. Cops said, "We can't give up." Not yet. Her family said, "We can't live like this." The balance between hope and despair grew thin. Every holiday, every birthday, every snowflake reminded them. Cindy was missing. Then, years later, in 2007, something changed. A tip came from the internet. Someone claimed to know Harlan. Someone claimed Cindy's story was tied to a larger plan. Cops reopened files, looked at old evidence, rechecked DNA samples, sent flyers again, talked to neighbors who had moved, talked to friends who had scattered across states. It was cold December when a new lead came from a student walking home. They saw a strange van parked by the campus woods. License plate partial. Cops checked it. Nothing matched, but it opened a new path. A small path. A dangerous path. One that could bring the truth closer or crush hope entirely. Meanwhile, Cindy's family pushed for self-defense and safety awareness programs at the university. They wanted other students to be careful. They wanted no one else to vanish in the dark. They asked the school to put up lights, security cameras, checkpoints. Cindy's name became a reminder, a warning, a plea. Back at the investigation, detectives questioned Harlan's friends again. Some remembered odd details. Some remembered cars parked in strange spots. Some saw him leaving town on Halloween night. Each memory was tiny, but tiny pieces make big pictures. They started to build a timeline. In 2008, the FBI got involved. Cindy's disappearance became national news. Missing girl on Halloween was the headline. Many people sent tips. Some were fake. Some were real. Each one had to be checked. Days turned to nights. Nights turned to cold December mornings. And still, Cindy's fate was a mystery. Her friends organized vigils every year. They lit candles, read her favorite poems, played her favorite songs. They remembered her laugh, her kindness, her life cut short by one moment. One small, terrible mistake. In 2011, police said Cindy might have been taken out of state. It was a crushing blow because it meant even more distance, even more questions, even less hope. Cops continued interviews. Technology improved. DNA labs got faster. Social media opened new leads. But no solid answers. Cindy's name still haunted every corridor, every campus street, every dark alley she might have walked. Her family never stopped. They never gave up. They went on news shows, talked to reporters, posted online, handed out flyers. They asked, "Do you remember her face? Do you remember that night? Do you know anything?" And every time they asked, a shadow of fear hit. Because fear is real when the answer is unknown. Fear lives in the cracks of your heart. Fear waits in the dark. Fear never forgets. Cops said, "This case is still open. We have leads. We follow each one." The world learned a hard truth. Even a small mistake can change life forever. Even a short walk home can become the last walk you take. So remember Cindy. Remember her laughter, her soft smile, her dreams, and her story that chills the spine of every student walking home alone. By 2012, Cindy's story had spread beyond Pennsylvania. People across the U.S. knew her name. Posters, news segments, social media, a girl who vanished on Halloween, a life stolen in a moment that should have been safe. Her parents never stopped searching. They hired private investigators. They followed every tip, every call, every email. Some were honest. Some were cruel lies. Some were just people hoping for attention. But the family had to check. They had no choice. One winter night, Cindy's mother stayed in the apartment, sat on the couch, wrapped in blankets, watching the door, hoping it would open, hoping Cindy would walk in. But nothing happened. No sound, no footsteps, just the cold air seeping through the windows. Police focused on a pattern. Most abducted women are taken near their home. Most are lured by someone familiar, someone who watches, someone patient. And Cindy fit that pattern. She was safe at first glance. She trusted her friends. She trusted her neighborhood. She trusted the world to be normal. That trust made her vulnerable. Investigators studied Harlan again. His habits, his travels, his friends, his car, his van, his apartment. Every little thing became evidence. They even checked his old phone records, old credit card purchases. Nothing conclusive, but they kept digging. Meanwhile, Cindy's friends tried to carry on with life. School, work, relationships. But each December, the memories hit harder. The cold air reminded them. The dark streets reminded them. The Halloween lights on the campus reminded them. Every laugh they heard could have been hers. Every friend they met could have been walking home like her. The fear stayed with them. In 2014, a breakthrough almost happened. Someone reported seeing a van that matched Harlan's near a highway in a neighboring state. Cops rushed, checked plates, interviewed witnesses. Nothing confirmed, but the investigation reignited. The fire of hope flared again, even if it was small, even if it was fragile. By 2016, Cindy's story became a caution. Colleges started safety campaigns. They taught students to walk in groups, to charge their phones, to notice shadows, to trust their instincts. Her story helped save others. Her tragedy became a warning. Her memory, a shield. Cops said they were still following leads in 2018. DNA technology improved. They rechecked old evidence. New labs, new tests. Sometimes hope feels slow. Sometimes it feels impossible. But cops don't give up. Families don't give up. Not when a life is missing. Her parents grew older, but they never stopped. Every birthday, every holiday, every winter, they searched. Each December reminded them of that night. The night Cindy walked home in the dark. The night that should have ended in warmth. Instead, it ended in emptiness. The world kept asking, "Where's Cindy? Who took her? Why did it happen?" And the truth stayed hidden, silent, patient, waiting for someone to uncover it. Meanwhile, Harlan vanished from the spotlight. No arrest, no charges directly tied to Cindy. Just rumors, just suspicion, just the shadow of guilt. Her friends said sometimes it feels like she could walk in at any moment, like she never left. But reality hits hard, and the cold December nights remind them. She didn't come back. She's gone. And every step a young woman takes alone is haunted by that fact. Even police admit cases like this are tricky. Most of the time, the first hours are critical. After that, chances fade. Cindy's first hours were lost to darkness. Her family's first calls were drowned in silence. And the man who might have known kept quiet. One statistic hits home. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, over 90% of abducted children are found within the first 24 hours, NCMEC 2001. But Cindy was an adult, and adults don't always get that chance. Still, the lessons remain. Stay aware. Trust your instincts. Walk with friends. Keep your phone charged. Every small action can save a life. Her family said one thing over and over. We will not stop until we find her. We will not stop until we know what happened. We will not let her fade. And that's the truth. Cindy's story is not just a tragedy. It's a warning, a lesson, a shadow on every Halloween night for those who walk alone. So as winter comes and the cold hits, remember Cindy. Remember her life, her dreams, her laughter, her soft voice, her courage. Because even if the world forgot, her story lives. And one day, maybe the truth will come. Until then, the cold December nights carry her memory. And the question remains, where is Cindy's song? Years passed. The leaves fell. The snow came. The town changed. But Cindy's story stayed the same. Her apartment remained empty. Her room stayed frozen in memory. Her friends grew older. Her parents grew older. Still, the question never left. Where is Cindy? In 2020, a new wave of tips came through the police hotline. People remembered odd details. They remembered cars. They remembered strangers. Every lead got checked. Some led nowhere. Some brought small hope. But nothing solved the case. Cindy was still missing. Her parents spoke on news programs. They begged anyone with information to step forward. They said her life mattered. Her laughter mattered. Her dreams mattered. And the fear that someone could vanish like this should matter to everyone. By now, the case had taught a harsh lesson. Even adults are vulnerable. Even a short walk in the dark can be dangerous. Even a small decision, a dead phone, a lonely street, trusting a stranger, can change everything. Cindy's disappearance became a story told in classes, in dorms, in safety programs. Her family pushed self-defense classes, even simple awareness courses, to help students protect themselves. They said it could save someone's life. Someone like Cindy. Investigators kept digging. Cold cases are patient work. They wait for tips, for confessions, for mistakes. Technology improved. DNA, phones, cameras. Every small improvement is another chance. Cindy's story kept the case alive, and the detective said, "We will not stop until we find the truth." Even though years passed, her friends kept her memory alive. Each Halloween, each winter, they lit candles. They told stories about her. They remembered her kindness, her soft voice, her laugh that could fill a room. And they hoped, against all odds, that one day, answers would come. Cindy's song was more than a victim. She was a daughter, a friend, a student, a young woman with dreams. And though she vanished, her story teaches something important. Trust your instincts. Watch your surroundings. Look out for each other. Small choices can save lives. Small mistakes can end them. The case remains open to this day. Police follow every lead. Her family never gives up. Her friends never forget. Her story still inspires safety programs. And every winter, every cold December night, her memory walks with those who loved her. Her laughter echoes. Her kindness lingers. Her absence haunts. Cindy's story ends in mystery. No arrest. No resolution. No answers. Just a life stolen. A family broken. A town that remembers. And a world that needs to pay attention. So the next time you walk home in the dark, take a friend. Check your phone. Trust your gut. Every small action matters. Because somewhere, In the cold December air, Cindy's story waits. Waiting for justice. Waiting for answers. Waiting for the day when no one else disappears like she did. Her name is Cindy Song. She is not forgotten. She is remembered. Her story is a warning. Her story is a memory. Her story is real, and it is still unfolding. And now, when you walk alone at night, think of Cindy. Think of the steps she took, the choices she made, and the life that was stolen. Her story is a shadow on the streets, a reminder that safety matters, a reminder that vigilance matters, and a reminder that the world is not always safe. Not even on Halloween, not even in your own home, because Cindy Song's story is real, and it could happen to anyone.